All right, ladies, I'm about to give you one of the biggest, most important secrets ever to a man's heart. And I'm going to explain it by telling you about what you need to do on Valentine's Day to cause your man to feel so much more attraction and connection to him. Are you ready? All right, first, you need to write a really meaningful card to him, just pouring out all of your feelings about how much he means to you. Then you have to buy him a gift. Keep it under $250. That's a good amount. Maybe some chocolates, just something that's really meaningful to him, something that's really going to make him melt inside. And then plan a really romantic evening for him with going out, taking him out somewhere really nice, really spoiling him, really make him feel like a man inside. Okay? All right. So, I can barely get that out with a straight face. That is the exact opposite of what you should do for Valentine's Day. That is not a woman's job. That is not your role. You don't have to do any of that. All of that is very masculine. The only kind of man who would like that and even really appreciate it in any kind of noticeable way is a man whose masculine instinct is relatively offline and suppressed, and he has wounds that keep him much more in his feminine energy. Okay? What we're going to talk about today is what you actually need to do on Valentine's Day, or really any kind of celebratory day, to get a man more connected to you and attracted to you and just feeling good about this day. So my name is Zach Rohde. I am here to lead you into creating the relationship of your dreams using your feminine energy and what I call feminine communication to inspire a man into cherishing you. If you've not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you do that below, hit the notification bell, and be sure to like this video because I'm going to make sure that it is a good one for you today. And if you would like to learn how to inspire a man, then go below this video, open up the description. You're going to see the links to all of my offers. A great place to start is my free webinar at zachrohdecoaching.com, where I'll show you how to shift out of your unhealthy masculinized control patterns and into a way of showing up that's going to inspire man into taking care of you. All right, so Valentine's Day. Unfortunately, today, many women have been conditioned into being kind of in the provider role, or kind of a roommate role where like you're both providing for each other. Okay? So what I mean by that is the way that it is supposed to be, assuming you celebrate Valentine's Day, right? But this can apply to any special celebratory day, an anniversary, birthday, Christmas, whatever. The way that it is supposed to be is that the man is the giver in the relationship. He is the one that is giving to you. He is the one that is providing to you. He is the one that is trying to make you feel special and loved. Okay? That is masculine energy, is when he's trying to get an outcome, a positive outcome, by providing for you in some way. That can be financial provision, but it can also be correction, it can be leadership, it can be planning, it can be direction, it can be a whole bunch of different things. So he's the one that is supposed to plan everything for Valentine's Day. He is the one that is supposed to buy you a gift. If you do that, like not every couple does that. It doesn't have to be an actual gift, but he is the one that is supposed to, if there is going to be gifts involved, he's the one that's supposed to be doing that. He's the one that is going to be taking you out and paying for that. And he is the one that is going to, any plans that are happening, okay, any plans, he's going to be the one that has come up with them for you. And many women are conditioned to believe that because a man is doing all this nice stuff for you, that you need to do nice stuff back for him. You need to buy him something. You need to say a bunch of nice stuff, maybe in a card. You need to do something that's thoughtful and sweet. Maybe you even need to plan something in some kind of way. And that is not true. Because that is all masculine energy, and that is not what a man needs from you. And one of the most liberating understandings and realizations for a woman you can have, for most women anyway, is that you don't need to be providing for a man. You don't need to be in that role. Your value is much more intrinsic. Okay? Can you just receive something like that, like a really special day that might involve gifts and all these plans and stuff? Can you just receive that and not feel the urge to have to reciprocate by doing stuff for him? Because this is a self-worth thing. The lower your self-worth is, typically, the more that you're going to feel that urge to reciprocate. I can't just let my man do all this nice stuff for me without me doing something back. I don't want to be selfish. I don't want him to think that I'm a gold digger. I don't want him to think that I don't appreciate him. Right? Those are going to be common beliefs that come up around something like this. But understand that what a man needs is not your provision. You need a man's provision. For you to feel loved, for you to feel cherished, for you to feel safe in the relationship, you need a man's provision. And there's many ways that this can look, but in general, yeah, you need to be given to. Okay? A man does not need to be given to in the relationship to feel good. If he's really deeply emasculated and wounded, he might, or at least he thinks that he needs that. But if you actually enable that wound, nothing's ever going to get fixed and he's never going to heal. A masculine man only needs to be received. So when I do something for my wife, we'll actually be probably not celebrating Valentine's Day because our anniversary is only a couple days before, so I do something special for our anniversary instead. But when I do something special for her, and I plan things, I don't need her to do anything for me. I definitely don't want a gift. More than anything, I don't want a gift. I don't want her to pour her heart out to me in a card. I don't want chocolates. I don't want any of that stuff. I only want her to receive the gift that I am giving her. That's it. Now, what do I mean by receiving the gift that I'm giving her? Just like, it's hard not to receive it, right? As long as she's not resisting it and saying like, no, I'm not doing this. Because that would be the worst thing that you could do for a man's gift is like, no, that doesn't sound fun. I'm not doing that. And you put up that wall and resistance. Now a man is going to feel a lot of disconnection from you because you basically threw his gift in his face. And it's like, no, it's not good enough. It doesn't meet my expectations. But truly receiving a man's gift, there's a lot more to it. Imagine if you can remember, or if you have children, it's really easy to remember, but pretend back to when you were a child and you're like 5 years old and you got the most amazing gift from your parents at the time, right? Something that you really, really wanted. Or if you have children or a child, same thing. Like imagine their reaction to when you gave them that really special gift. And you were so excited, or that your child was so excited, so happy, their gratitude was just written all over their face. They couldn't hide it. Their heart's on their sleeve, or your heart was on your sleeve as a child. You're receiving that gift fully. You're letting that gift fully in. You're letting it fully penetrate your being. And you can't contain yourself. That happiness just kind of spills out everywhere. If you're a parent who experienced that before, you probably felt really great. You didn't need anything back from your child. You just needed that gift received. And their happiness, their joy, because of something that you did was enough. Or if you're not a parent, but if you can remember that as a child, understand that that's the case. Or at least with any kind of reasonably healthy parent. If you're dealing with a narcissist or something, maybe not. But for any reasonably healthy parent, yeah, that's all a parent needs. And it's the same thing for a man. Not because you're a child, right? But because he's in the caretaking role. Just like as a mother, you're in the caretaking role for your child. He's in the caretaking role. He is taking care of you. And the caretaker doesn't need to be given stuff to feel good. He just needs you to receive what he's given you. And that's it. It's as simple as that. He needs to feel your gratitude. He needs to feel your joy. He needs to feel your receptivity. He needs to know that you are so grateful on the deepest level for what he's giving you. And just to be clear, because this can get misinterpreted, that does not mean, like, let's say he does all this stuff for you and you're like, oh wow, thank you, I really appreciate that. That was so thoughtful. No. That's not receiving a gift. because you're not really in touch with your feelings, and you're actually energetically penetrating him back by giving him a compliment. Oh, that was really thoughtful. No, he needs to know your feelings. Like, do you even share your positive feelings? Have you ever told a man when you feel really happy? Have you ever said, I feel so happy right now, or I feel so much excitement, I feel so much joy, I feel so grateful? That's what he needs to hear. But not just the words. He needs to feel your energy. He needs to actually feel that joy and feel that excitement. Feel that gratitude from you. Feel your receptivity when you're receiving what he's giving. That's all he needs. Well, okay, that's not true. That's not all he needs. That's a big part of what he needs. What he also needs is what you should be doing all the time, every day, which is being fully honest with what you're experiencing, working as hard as you can to fully submit to his leadership, and asking him for help if you're having trouble submitting to his leadership in any kind of way. Allowing him to fully lead, not resisting or even making other suggestions. Because a suggestion to a man, it's basically an insult. It's like, okay, my gift isn't good enough for you. By the way, that doesn't mean that you can't communicate, if there's a problem in any kind of way, because this isn't about tiptoeing around his ego. Understand that. It's nothing about that. You can communicate everything. It's just you need to do it in a feminine way. You need to do it using feminine communication. And again, not to tiptoe around his ego, but because he needs to feel your feminine energy. You're doing this not for him. You're doing it for you. Don't get into the habit, don't get into the idea that you need to do all this stuff. You need to show your gratitude and your joy and everything to make him feel respected, to make him feel received. Because if you're doing that, you're just back in your masculine energy again. You're just trying to get an outcome, and that's not actually going to work. What you're doing is you're creating a feminine costume rather than truly becoming feminine. You being truly feminine is enough. You being truly feminine is enough. Which means you are enough without trying to be anything more, without trying to get any kind of outcome from a man. And I will use my daughter as an example again. By the way, one of the reasons I bring up my daughter, or really any young child, is because at a young age, they're not yet disconnected from themselves, unless they get really traumatized extremely early. They're just their authentic selves. They haven't learned these control patterns yet. When my daughter is expressing herself, when she's sharing her joy, when she's telling me that she's happy, she's 2.5 right now. When she's sharing all that, she's not doing that to try to make me feel like she's receiving me. She's not trying to make me feel like, oh, I feel so respected by my daughter. Okay? She's just expressing her joy because she feels joy. She's doing it just to be authentic. She's not trying to get any outcome from me. She is just expressing, and that is enough. That is what brings me joy, is her joy and knowing that I did that, but without her trying to, make me feel any kind of certain way. And it's the exact same thing for a woman, right? When you are in your feminine energy, you're not trying to make your man feel any kind of way. You just naturally make him feel good by you being your receptive, soft, vulnerable, feminine self, sharing all of your feelings, not just the good, happy ones, but also the negative ones, but you're doing it cleanly. And he loves it because it's you. Because you are beautiful and your heart is beautiful. Take any pressure off yourself, ladies, if there is any pressure there. Just follow your man's lead. Share your heart, vulnerably and honestly. And that is enough. That is enough to make any reasonably healthy masculine man fall in love with you and want to give you everything that you need to feel loved and cherished. If you would like to learn how to apply feminine communication and how to shift into your feminine energy more to inspire a man into this way of treating you, or to attract this kind of man that I'm talking about, I would love to help you. Go below this video, open up the description, you'll see the links to all of my offers. Go to thedreamrelationship.com where you'll learn all about my academy in a video, and there is a link below that video to book a call with me where we will talk all about your love life, about your control patterns, figure out what you need to shift, and if I believe that we can help you, then we can talk all about the Academy and see if it's right for you. The call is 100% free, and I would love to speak with you if what I share on these videos really resonates for you, and if you would really love to find a solution to shift what you're experiencing as quickly as possible. That's it for this one. I'll see you on a future video.